Sun Devils and the Oklahoma Sooners. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, Arizona State head coach told me pregame, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will go on the attack first. And now we get a look at Torrey Blaylock. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Throwing Joseph. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Just feeds the running back. And he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Robinson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Rush is on. Buried before he could blink.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Joseph finds his tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Pushes ahead. There's some daylight. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop stop him at the 33-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Turning it on. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense.
There he goes to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up.
Headed to the end zone, and he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Cox. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires on the move. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Joseph on the play action. Going for it all. Makes a catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way back to...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Follow the blockers. The offensive defensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Hold and finds his man on the left.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Making his first move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. The handoff as they run the counter play here.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Straight ahead, it's Valentine. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Snap it to the back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go play action with Joseph. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Complete in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Right on target this time. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Again, it's Joseph. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Crosses the 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle. Now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Arizona State sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got...
Makes the grab and room to run. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Second and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure.
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, ASU.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. From the gun, it's Valentine. Showing off the arm. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship, were in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph on the play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing Joseph. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first. And now the ball is knocked free. Oh, and he recovers it. Man, you want to talk about having his back, and they averted disaster on that one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away.
Makes the catch, and he's free.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Searching for space. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Joseph. Oh, pressure's coming. On target. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Hey, move.
Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Here comes the heat. blasted as he lets it go. Left side is Thomas. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throwing Joseph. Rush right in his face. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 15 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Utes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coming out of the locker room at the half, the Sun Devils head coach told me something crucial. They have got to consider what they should do here in the second half. Their young quarterback, getting the first start of his career, has struggled here in the first half. They have some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. Burrowing for... Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to get started. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, down on the home team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating.
Makes the grab in their space. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Joseph fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go play action with Joseph. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines and listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Short pass. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Cox. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown Sooners. And the punishment has been extended.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Caught, and he's got room. The 40, the 30, he's at the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. And we'll get a whistle to stop the clock as they check on the injured Sun Devil. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ollie, what do you have?
Reporting from the Oklahoma sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Quick give. It's Valentine. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the draw, it's Blaylock. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get...
Looking long. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the beatdown has ensued.
That shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw one first. Look out! Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Great job by the defense there.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Looking to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Under pressure. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we driving back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The run inside. It's Blaylock.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Going to the run. It's Valentine. Finding some room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Rushes on. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. They go to the wide receiver screen. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I'm not surprised by the decision-making of this QB. Like, I would go there, too. Like, he's been the go-to guy, man. He's already got 2 touchdown passes on the day. So I'm going to take shots because I believe in my wide receiver. Sometimes it's not going to come home, and it didn't on that play. Tip your cap to the defense, but I got a feeling that's not the last ball he'll throw his way.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, ASU.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They give it to him again. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Sun Devils sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.